Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. My name is Davion. I'm your host, and today we are continue. Well, brand new series title is called Beyond the Blues, where I talk about Chelsea FC, the football club that I support personally. But yeah, Beyond the Blues is the title of the series that we'll be talking each week, maybe twice a week about Chelsea FC and what they're doing in the league, what they're doing with transfer window, and all the sorts of things that we love about this beautiful game. So, firstly, we're going to start off talking about Chelsea FC. Like looking at Chelsea, we're sitting at 10th, 28 points, 3 points off of seventh place, with a pretty good and easy month ahead of us. Not easy, but it shouldn't be too hard. When it comes to matches, we probably one of the easiest Januaries we've had in a long time. We have Preston and FA Cup this weekend. We have Middlesbrough first and second leg. We have Fulham. We have Liverpool to end the month on January 31st. In my opinion, if we don't win 4 games, if we don't beat Preston, Middlesbrough twice, and Fulham, then that's a failure for this month. I think we should take 3 points to the Premier League. We should advance to the final of the Carabao Cup, and we should definitely beat Preston. These are all the things that should happen. I think Liverpool will be the game that gives us a run for our money, and I think it deserves it. Liverpool are the top team in the league right now, and I feel like they are red hot as a club. Salah could still be gone at that point. You never know, but they're still on fire in so many different ways and aspects. Jurgen Klopp, what he has done for that club, for that team, from tactics to players to all the above, is nothing short of exceptional. So high praise to Jurgen Klopp, but that's a month away. We have 28 days to figure out what we're going to do about Liverpool. So starting off with Preston, I think it's enough said. They're a championship team. Chelsea's a Premier League team, top Premier League team that should definitely dominate this team. And same with Middlesbrough. That shouldn't be a debate, a hassle at all. We should definitely beat both of these two teams. And if we don't, there should be cause of concern. There should be a question mark there when it comes to that. Fulham is going to be a little bit more challenging. Fulham is one of those teams that some days are going to knock off the top teams in the league. Some days are going to lose to Bournemouth. Not saying Bournemouth is awful, but some days they'll lose to them. And so hopefully that they don't do that, and we can steal 3 points against Fulham, and when in doubt, if we can steal 3 points against Liverpool on 31st, that'd be great. So I would say, yeah, Poch, he has to scheme these games well. He has to win these first 4 games without question. And there's no debate with Nicholas Jackson gone for AFCON this month, depending on how far they get. Broja has to step up. And I think this next month is going to show whether we're going to sell him in the summer or keep him. If we start him or play him, or as much as we play him, whatever the case may be, he has to be effective and efficient when it comes to scoring goals, creating chances for others, and all of the above like that. He has to be the anchor of this team. And if he can't do that, then I think it's time to get him out of the door. In my opinion, I think Bro just hit a point in his career where he's already hit his peak. Like he's already hit the like everything that he can do for Chelsea. And I think it's time to sell, regardless of if he lights it up, obviously let's keep him. But I think that won't happen, and I think it's time to reconsider him being on the on Chelsea Football Club. When it comes to the first 2 games against Preston and Middlesbrough, I think Brojo should start both those games. I think we not rest, but I think we limit the amount of games that Mudryk, especially for the first 2 games, in my opinion. I think we just play Mudryk and Cuckoo, Maduake and Palmer. I mean, they can still get runs in, but I feel like we limit all of those games or all of their play until the second leg of Middlesbrough, Fulham, and then Liverpool, obviously, on the weekend. I think we should prioritize Premier League games and that second leg against Middlesbrough. So looking at Chelsea, there's a lot of things going around right now. Let's start with the keeper position. Sanchez and, I'm going to butcher his name. And Petrovic, Petrovic has been playing absolutely incredible. He, in my opinion, looks like he should be number 1. And he should have that number 1 kid and be the keeper number 1 for Chelsea. Even though we just went and signed Sanchez in the summer for, I think it was probably $35 million. I think that's what it was. But I mean, this kid stepped up and has been playing some of the best in goal for Chelsea, and I'm all for it. I'm all for having your spot ran, and I'm all for Sanchez being placed on the bench because this kid is he's definitely came over and taken the job. Speaking of transfers in the summer, transfer window opened. Happy New Year's to everybody. Transfer window opened last 2 nights ago, and I saw Chelsea has made contact with a center back from Nice, um, which you know, I don't really know how I feel about it. Like I'm gonna talk about Thiago Silva here in a bit, but do we need another fullback in the club? Like we have, like in my opinion, we have strength in numbers. Like I know Fofana's out, and I know Reese is out. Ben Chilwell is on his way back. It looks like he's gonna be coming back here really soon. Um, but like, do we need to go out and sign a center back? Like, in my opinion, if we sign this center back today or in January for the summer, that's okay. Because in my opinion, I think Thiago Silva shouldn't be extended, and I think we should just let him walk and retire, go do whatever he wants. Just because he's getting up in age, and I think it's time to move on from that. And it's time to grow a solid back line. I think when you look at Chelsea right now, we are a team that we're moving in the right direction, but I think we're either trying to sell the club and try to make profit off this club, which is not how you manage a soccer club. Um, or what needs to happen is, um, we need to start solidifying what the future is. Whether that's Conor Gallagher, who I'm going to talk about here in a second as well, whether that's Conor Gallagher being the focal point of our club, whether it's us selling Reece James to Real Madrid for 60, 70, 80 million pounds. Whatever the idea is for us to have a solid back line and a solid team for the next 2 to 3, 4, 5 years, that's what needs to start happening. Looking at Chelsea, like it just I, there isn't a full-on long-term plan that has been installed yet. And so there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of like what's going on. There's a lot of question that's still there. Excuse me. And I think that's to me what is one of the biggest problems that we have right now at the club is that like there's no solid long-term identity that we have. And that could be really damning for a club, and damaging for a club. So hopefully we can figure that out and shore up our center backs. But yeah, I don't think Thiago Silva should be extended. I think we should let him walk, and I think that's one of the main important things that I would have to say. I'll again, Ultimate Napoli striker. I don't think he's not coming out in this window in January at all. I think if anything, Chelsea will get him in the summer. Do I think we will get him in the summer? I don't know. If we do get him in the summer, I think we sell Broja, maybe loan out Nicholas Jackson, or we keep him on the bench just to as some support for those cup games, league games. But I definitely don't think we're going to sign a striker of his caliber in January. Just is unheard of, and just it won't happen. He's not trying to. He just signed a new contract. He's not trying to push a move out of Napoli right now. So that's just unheard of and not going to happen. Um, let's talk about Conor Gallagher really quickly. Conor Gallagher has been in the news to that he's going to be open for sale. And Tottenham was a club that came up, and in my opinion, that would be the stupidest thing in the world. Tottenham is a club that I hate. It's one of the ones that, as a Chelsea fan, you just don't like at all. I think that if we were to sell Conor Gallagher to Tottenham, it would be one of the biggest mistakes we made, or Todd Bowley made as an owner. I think it would ruin his time as the owner of Chelsea, and I think the fans would let him have it day in and day out because that just wouldn't. Todd Bowley's looking at it, and because he's American, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm American, and I feel like he has aspirations to make profit and money off of this club, and he's not here for the love of the game. That's what it looks like, and that on one hand, okay, it makes sense. We understand, but on the other hand, this is at least in the UK and in my opinion, for me as well, this is like a livelihood. This is a community. This is a club that means the world to people that people have been watching for years. And there's no reason for you to come in and try to sell or for you to try to come in and sell some of the best talent we have. In my opinion, I think Conor Gallagher, I think he's a great player. Do I think this is where I get conflicted because some days I'm like, all right, he's in the way. He's just running around with his head cut off. I don't want him at the club. He gets yellows. He gets sent off. All these things. I just I don't know what the correct answer is. Do we? I think now I'm okay with not selling Connor in January, but if a bid came in for $60 million, I definitely think we should get him gone. I also, but we don't sell the Tottenham. I also think though, if we don't sell him now, we have to look at how he does throughout the rest of the season, and we have to go off that. If we get to July and August, and something else comes up, we make another signing, or something drastic happens, and Connor's no longer who he was at the beginning of the season, or now currently because he's been playing out of his mind. But then I think we should part ways. I think this summer is going to be a potential spot where either Chelsea goes up or down, and um, hopefully we can figure that out and go up because that Conor Gallagher is such a staple of what it means to be a Chelsea fan. Coming in from academy, coming in and being such a dominant player. Now he's the vice captain of the club, and there's just a lot there that that you don't want to really toy with when it comes to the fan base. And I just feel like we have to tread really lightly when it comes to either selling or keeping Conor Gallagher, and that will be the defining point of Todd Bowley's management or ownership at the club. Um, just want to give some my signing of the season. Cole Palmer, just an absolute stud. Some appreciation going his way. Just, I mean, incredible for him what he's done since signing with him. One of the final days, final hours of the transfer window in the summer, and Chelsea picked him up for 35 million, and he's been he's been worth every single penny of it. So appreciation from him. So big ups Cole Palmer. But yeah, that's pretty much been my entire take on where Chelsea is right now. There'll probably be a video that comes out after the Preston game on Saturday, so look out for that. But yeah, let me know how you feel about this. Let me know if you're gonna enjoy the series or not, and let me know any questions you have in the comments as well. But yeah, I've been your host Davion, and this has been the post game. Peace.